Hello, this is Josh Pasmore with another FAQ, frequently asked questions. What are our objectives at OmniOne? Most people want to know, what is it you're trying to do? What are your objectives? How can I help? And so we have split objectives. Let's just say there's two objectives. One is impacting the world, the impact that we create. And another is gaining the financial resources. And so one of these categories goes into the philanthropy sector, where we're providing good for the world and it's not based on a return model. Doesn't mean it won't produce a self-perpetuating system that doesn't need more input, because if you're building something that constantly needs input, then you're probably building the wrong thing. That means you probably have a bad business plan. You might be organized correctly, but you have a bad business plan. That's not happening here. So we have the philanthropy section, which we have funds that can come in and help people build the structures without having to worry about return models. Doesn't mean there's not one in place. And then we have the fiat currency area. Now in the fiat currency, we only have one project. What I've been doing personally, one of my roles in all this is to look at the business plans that we create, because I've been doing business plans for 18 years now. And we have one in particular. It's the Synergy Hub Universal Residencies. It's a very simple real estate-based business. We have that, and we have 20,000 acres in Brazil that we are currently working with to either build a futuristic, consciously planned city, or potentially sell it and take the resources and put it into building omni-beneficial societies. So these are our cash-driven projects. The Synergy Hub Universal Residencies, you get a traveling residency. You sell your home in the old paradigm, you come over. What we do is there is no profiteering in any of this. The money goes back into building whole living systems. It goes into the ecosystems. It gets distributed out. Now we have a resource campaign is the first thing we're building besides the base operating system. So let's look at the philanthropy side. What needs to happen to achieve our goals of a world free of economic and karmic debt? And we need to have a basic operating system that we can run off of. And that's not quite there yet. There are some companies that have built pieces and we can add on to those, but there does need to be a few months of design around that. And then once that's done, we will have a resource campaign. This resource campaign will gather a list of everyone who has land and resources, including their time, that is willing to put it into or turn it into a new paradigm living environment, business, village. They want to take what they've got in the old paradigm and transfer it over into a new world, a new way of working together. And so we're not asking people to give us resources in this case. We're just organizing them, giving them roadmaps, matching them together, and funding everyone's projects at once. Now, we have 144 organizations aligned with us, working with us on this. We still have to put out the contracts, so part of our objectives are to get those contracts solid with these organizations. They understand that they're getting something out of it. We're all getting something out of it. There will be a philanthropist campaign, and that will help the money get distributed to these projects. We have the land, the organizations, the people, the investors, the philanthropists, everyone coming together to fulfill each of these objectives that can coherently work together because we have an ecosystem framework. And then after that, we have the potential to build Green Earth City, to build activation centers, to continue to focus on the Synergy Hub Universal Residencies, the Innovation Center, and continue to build out the new paradigm. That's our objectives for now. Once we get to that point, it will obviously radically change, and we will have a global movement that will be working towards building new systems and taking responsibility for our future.